What's good with y'all? Football season is right around the corner. So you know I gotta give y'all an NFL top 10 video. And for this one, I'm gonna give y'all my top 10 quarterbacks. Current, so going into this next season, 2022, these are my top 10 quarterbacks. And I just want to say before we start this video, I just want to say, just because I don't think he's going to play, and he is Deshaun Watson, I'm unsure if he's going to play or not next season. He is not going to be in my top 10. But just know if he was playing, even with everything going on, he would have moved a name out of the top 10, okay? But he is not going to be in my list. Just want to say that before I start the video. And I want to start the video with a couple honorable mentions, okay? So the first honorable mention that I want to name is Derek Carr. I think Derek Carr having the addition of Devontae Adams is going to make him way better and truly elevate his game to that next level. So I think he could have a great season, but based off last season, I can't just say, okay, he's going to do way better than all the other quarterbacks just because he got another receiver, you know? So because of that, he was left out the top 10, but he's definitely an honorable mention and somebody that I think is going to have a huge season, huge season next year. The next honorable mention and the last one is Kyler Murray. Yes, Kyler Murray, I think he's a great quarterback. I feel like D-Hop getting hurt kind of messed up his season, especially towards the back end. So he wasn't really able to go as really far as have the best stats that he could have had, because towards the end of the season he started having a lot more turnovers, fumbles, interceptions. So I had to keep him out the top 10 as well. But I think he will have a good season next year. We'll have to see. But he's out of the top 10. But you know what's up now? It's time to get to my top 10 NFL quarterbacks going into next season. Alright? So you know we got to start just like the last video y'all saw. We got to start at number 10. Number 10. Alright? So, for number 10, I got what people call America's team's quarterback, probably the quarterback under the most pressure, a tremendous amount of pressure. I got Dak Prescott at the 10 spot. Dak. Honestly, Dak usually does pretty good during the season. If you watch him play, he does very good during the season. And it seems like towards the end of the season and going into the playoffs is where he starts to fall off. So I really need Dak to carry everything that he does past just like those first 10 games or those first 11, 12 games. I need him to carry that all the way through the season. And if he's able to do that, then I believe that he'll be, back up in that top tier. Because, at one point he was up there, especially for the injury. Obviously, that injury definitely harmed him. I'm sure it's messed him up mentally as well. And it's definitely had like a crutch on his running game. So Dak Prescott, I put it at 10 spot. He's like I said, if Deshaun Watson was there, he'd probably be the one that'd be pushed out. But at the end of the day, right now he's in the 10 spot, and we'll see what happens next year. We'll see what happens next season with him. I'm expecting him to have another good season, but we'll just have to see. He has to carry it all the way through, all 16 games. Yeah, all 17 weeks. All right, so now y'all know we got Dak Prescott at number 10. We got to go to number 9. Number 9. And the number 9 quarterback is from my favorite team, the Baltimore Ravens. So y'all already know. In Lamar we trust. Number 9 quarterback, Lamar Jackson. Freaking beast. Action Jackson. So Lamar Jackson, amazing quarterback. Obviously everybody talks about how he has to work on his passing game, being more of a pocket presence and all that and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, Lamar Jackson is an incredible quarterback. His best attribute is his running, obviously, but that's what he has over other quarterbacks. You see what I'm saying? That's not something that you take away from him because of that. You have to give that to him. Like, okay, he's a better runner than other quarterbacks. So because of that, Lamar Jackson is easy in that 9th spot. Once again, he has to get over that hump. You know, take his team, take the Ravens, my team, our team, further into the playoffs, and hopefully get that Super Bowl. I believe that Lamar Jackson is capable of doing that. He's a great leader. He leads by example, and he pushes very hard. And honestly, I mean, if the Ravens didn't have him, we wouldn't even be a known franchise right now. You know, we'd be one of those teams at the very bottom. So it's super dope to have him on the team. It's super dope to watch him. I've seen him live, and he's a beast quarterback. So Lamar Jackson's at that 9 spot. We'll see what he can do next year. He has his threats in the backfield back, and he's got some pretty good receivers that he's been working with over the summer. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Lamar Jackson and my team, the Baltimore Ravens, next year. We'll see. All right, but we got Lamar Jackson at number 9. All right, y'all. At number 8, we got Russell Wilson. All right? Now, people probably wondering, why did you put Russell Wilson above Lamar Jackson? Well, Russell Wilson, I believe he's still a great quarterback. I got to give him his credit based off what he's done in the past and what he's continued to do. The last couple seasons in Seattle, it's been obvious that he's had trouble when it comes to the offensive line, getting blocks. He was one of the most sacked quarterbacks for the past 3 seasons. So I think that had a huge effect on his game. But we'll see what happens now that he's with the Broncos. He's on a team that has a great running game, a 2-headed monster in the backfield, and they have some solid receivers that I'm sure are looking forward to learning from Russell Wilson and working with him. They really have never had a significant quarterback in the Broncos, probably and definitely in a while. They haven't had a great quarterback, so this is going to be a big change for those receivers, and I think it's going to be huge for his career as well. So we'll see what happens. He obviously struggled last year, but I think Russell Wilson is going to be solid this next year with his new team. He's going to have to be good because that division is insane. So he's going to have to make sure that he balls out. But I got him at that 8th spot, Russell Wilson. All right, y'all. Number 7. And in that number 7 spot, I got Super Bowl champion, Matthew Stafford. Yes, sir. I got Matthew Stafford in that 7th spot. Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback. He is a very good quarterback, and he showed it on Detroit, but obviously Detroit didn't have all the pieces necessary to get him to the Super Bowl, especially on the defense end. The Rams were one of the best defenses in the NFL, and obviously defense ended up winning that championship. But at the end of the day, Matthew Stafford is a great quarterback. He deserves his credit. He had an amazing season. Him and Cooper Kupp have a different type of chemistry. We'll have to see what happens with him next year. I believe he lost a lot of his receiving core, except for obviously Cooper Kupp. So we'll see how they do next year and what it comes to. But I think Matthew Stafford is still going to be a great quarterback. He's still going to be considered in that upper tier. And I look forward to seeing what he does next year. All right, so we got Matthew Stafford at that spot. And now, y'all, we got the number 6 quarterback. Number 6, all right? So, for this spot, and it's hard for me to say this because this quarterback is in my division, and this team has always been pretty bad, but he's definitely been a resurgence for them and a catalyst to bring them back to being known. I mean, the fact that they even made the Super Bowl is incredible. But I got Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow at that spot, at the 6th spot. I think Joe Burrow is a very good quarterback. Cincinnati did an amazing job by drafting possibly the best receiver for him, the receiver that already had a bunch of chemistry with him. I think that was a genius draft pick. The chemistry that they have on the field is literally unmatched. It's almost on the level of Cooper Kupp and Matt Stafford. It could be even better. It's amazing to see, and I'm excited to see what happens for them throughout the remainder of next season. Obviously, I'm hoping that Baltimore locks him down, but at the same time, Joe Burrow is a very special talent, and I think he's going to have a lot of potential from here to now on. It seems like he's continuing to learn, and the Bengals are building around him. So that's going to be a very good team for years to come. So we'll see. I mean, I'm looking forward to some more good competition in the AFC North. So I'm definitely excited to see what he does next year. All right, y'all. The 5th spot. 5th. Man, this is one of my favorite young quarterbacks. He's a beast. I usually get him in fantasy football. He might not always be my starter, but somebody that I'm definitely gonna play for a few weeks, and that's Justin Herbert of the Chargers. Justin Herbert, one of the biggest quarterbacks on this list. A true athlete, able to get the ball wherever he wants it. Has amazing receiving core as well. Guys that he's developing with, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen, amazing receiver. He also has Austin Eckler coming out of the backfield and can catch out the backfield. So, I mean, he has a dope team that the Chargers are building around him as well, just like Joe Burrow. And I feel like Justin Herbert is going to be amazing and have a dope season next year. It's going to be tough for him being in that division. The AFC West is literally the best division in football. I don't care what anybody says, anybody argues. There really is no way to argue it. It is the best division in football. Okay? So, because of that, we'll have to see what happens with him, but at the end of the day, it's going to be a tough season for Justin Herbert. I think he's going to still be in that MVP area possibly next season as he continues to develop as a quarterback. And I'm definitely excited to see what he does, and I'm probably still going to draft him on my fantasy team this upcoming year as well. All right, but we got him at the 5th spot. So y'all know what's next. Number 4. All right, so for the 4th spot, we got the big guy. This is the big guy too, man. Big guy too, but he runs a little better than Herbert, I believe. And that is Josh Allen from the Buffalo Bills. He's literally one of my favorite quarterbacks. His first off, his arm strength is insane. His ability to run is insane. And also, like, he doesn't just run to slide. He runs and he's looking for contact too. He's going to get that first down. Like, that's the goal. He knows what he has to do and he's going to go after it. And Josh Allen is an insane competitor. And obviously, because that Buffalo Bills and Kansas City game, they changed the NFL playoff rule to where if his team scores a touchdown in overtime, the other team gets a chance. And that was because of that game, because no matter who got the ball first, whoever did, they were going to win. And because Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes are great competitors, and that was an insane game. But Josh Allen showed that he is in that top tier quarterback. He is a beast, man. And I think he's going to have an insane season next year for the Buffalo Bills. Once again, they're building an amazing team around him. Him and Stephon Diggs are continuing to grow that chemistry. He's also growing chemistry with other receivers on the team, Gabriel Davis. And it's going to be dope to see what they do, what Buffalo Bills do. Obviously, certain teams in that division are going to be pretty tough. You never know. You never know what they're going to do. So I'm looking forward to that. It's insane how a lot of these quarterbacks in the AFC, which kind of scares me come playoff time, but it shows the AFC is pretty heavy when it comes to quarterbacks and when it comes to talent this upcoming season. The AFC is going to be tough. All right, but I got him at that 4th spot, and I think he's going to have another great season and just insane stats, rushing and passing. All right, so y'all, it's time for the 3rd spot, number 3. And right here, it's time for us to give flowers, man. Right here in the 3rd spot, we got the GOAT. The greatest of all time when it comes to the quarterback position. You already know who that is. The Tom Brady of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got him at the 3rd spot. It's self-explanatory. There's not really much I gotta say. Tom Brady is a beast. He's an animal. He's always gonna be great. He's an insane competitor. He plays at the highest level at all times. And I think, this season, he's gonna ball out. once again, he's going to do great. He's going to surprise people. He's going to catch us all off guard. We're all expecting him to at some point have a slump, you know, like every other quarterback that was a veteran, you know, the Peyton Mannings, all that. We're expecting Brett Favre, you know, we're expecting him to have a slump at some point, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to happen. So I think next season he's going to have a great season again. I'm going to take Tampa Bay to the playoffs once again, and we'll see what happens with him. We'll see what happens, but I got Tom Brady in that third spot, the GOAT, the QB GOAT. All right, y'all. Number two. And at the number 2 spot, man, I got the guy from KC, Kermit the Frog himself. I got Pat Mahomes at that number 2 spot. Now, Pat Mahomes is going to have, we'll see, I believe he's going to have a great season, but I'm excited to see what he does and what Kansas City does without Tyreek Hill. You know, him and Tyreek Hill were a perfect combo. He got the strongest arm. He's the fastest receiver. Why would you not pair this up? This is genius, you know? But now that they're separated, we'll have to kind of see what happens now. And obviously, Travis Kelce is going to have a much bigger role. But what will be the role of other receivers and who will be his main target now? And will they be able to make the catches that Tyreek Hill made? Get open like Tyreek Hill did? Like, will they be able to suffice for what Tyreek Hill left behind? All right? So we'll have to see what happens, but I'm excited for Pat Mahomes. He's a great quarterback, amazing competitor, has already shown multiple times that he's up in that top tier, and I think he's going to continue to be there into next season. And we'll just have to see what type of scheme their coach comes up with, man. I mean, he's an amazing coach. Andy Reid knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how to coach the quarterbacks and bring the best out of them. So I think he's still going to do that. But I'm excited to see what Kansas City does next year. We'll see what's up. Once again, another AFC quarterback. Jeez, it's insane. All right, y'all. Now it's time for number 1. The number 1 quarterback for next season. Now, some people may say this pick is kind of controversial because of the offseason moves, but the number 1 pick is Aaron Rodgers, the Aaron Rodgers. You already know, yes sir. You know how to put Aaron Rodgers in the number 1 spot. Amazing quarterback, MVP, everything that you really are looking for from a quarterback from all aspects. Pocket presence, accuracy, power, able to run, scramble, all that stuff. He's able to do all of it at the highest level. I think he's going to still have a great season. Obviously, they would not have got rid of Devontae Adams if they didn't have a possible solution for the issue. So I think that Aaron Rodgers is still going to be okay. I think he's still going to be able to get into his receivers and do what he has to do on the field to be one of the most elite quarterbacks in the NFL. And possibly try to go for the MVP again, because now it's like, okay, he really is MVP, not even close to Devontae Adams, because Devontae Adams is no longer there. So people can't say, oh, he won MVP because Devontae. No. Now it's like he's there solo dolo, doing his own thing. This is all on him. So I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have a huge season. He's still got a great running game, a great tandem in the backfield, which I think they'll take advantage of that, which will definitely open up play action. So we'll have to see what happens next year, but Aaron Rodgers might be another quarterback I draft on fantasy because I think he's got something to prove, and I think he's prepared to do it. So we'll have to see what happens there, but that is my top 10 quarterbacks. That's my top 10 right there, all right? Let me know what y'all think about my top 10. All right, let me know in the comments. Are there any people that I left out? Should I have put some other people in that top 10? Should I move some other people around? Let me know what y'all think, all right? And please also like, comment, subscribe, share this video, please. Let people know about who I am, what I'm doing. Follow me on TikTok, IG. All the links will be below in the description. All right. Thank y'all for watching this video. Thank you for supporting me. I appreciate all y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Stay blessed, stay focused, and stay hydrated. Wadurr out.